everybody, and welcome to another episode of Spring Fever presented by Royal Retros. Make sure you use promo code Spring Fever for 10% off all items at checkout. As always, I am XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only. It is Uncle Rico, aka Eric. What is up, my man?
Nothing, man. Just in the middle of a monsoon here in the lovely Chicago. It's been raining. Did you see? We had like a water hole guzzler downtown.
You had a sinkhole?
No, just one of the what's it called where like the water shoots out of the ground like in Yellowstone.
Oh, like a geyser?
We had a geyser in downtown. It was raining so much.
Damn, dude. That's a lot of rain.
So, but good. It was good for the crops, dude. We needed it.
Oh yeah, I've heard that like 6 fucking times. I hate hearing that here, dude. I hear it every single time. But we are here. It is Spring Fever. On today's show, we will be giving you guys a lot to handle, a big old mouthful. We will be having the USFL Championship recap and the season kind of retrospective. We'll even give you a little CFL Week 4 recap because already, Eric, there's been 4 weeks of CFL.
I'm not gonna lie, it's flying, dude. It's kind of crazy to me how much the season is just absolutely flying. It's basically the same as that we had with the
USFL.
With the USFL, it's like boom, 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 boom.
It's nuts, and then
it's the overlap. You know what I mean? Just
the overlap just makes it go by so much faster. And then obviously we'll give you the Week 5 picks for the CFL, and then a little special. Now that the USFL and XFL are finally done, this is the time where I get to these tinier leagues. I don't want to say that they're worse off, but they're kind of they're on the side. Like I don't look at them as much. I get glimpses. I pay a little bit of attention to, but we're going to talk a little indoor football league. We're going to give you the lowdown of kind of what's going on from 2 guys who are very uninformed, and we're going to do the same thing with the European League of Football and found some books that actually take indoor football league lines. We'll actually have some picks and some futures for you guys. And then I even made up some lines for the ELF. So we'll have a whole packed show for you guys today. Let's just start off with it. Eric, the USFL is done. The championship game happened. The Birmingham Stallions win 28-12 against our Pittsburgh Maulers. Our future was ruined. What did we think of the championship game first and foremost?
Coaching by the Maulers was abysmal. I don't really know what they were doing defensively. Face guarding after face guarding after face guarding. Offense, just basically 5-yard crosses, nick and ducks. I thought they could have run the ball. I thought they could have been more physical at the point of attack. I just didn't like at all what I saw offensively. And, it's about putting your team in the best position to win. And, unfortunately that didn't happen for our Maulers and they went down.
It did not. I was very surprised by the defensive showing by the Maulers. They looked great all season. And even the last time they played the Stallions, they looked very competitive and feisty. Didn't see a lot of that fire. I talked about it with Chase in the gymnasium, but a couple missed calls by the refs, which were no bueno whatsoever. But also, I don't think the Maulers were ever going to win this game the way they were playing, the way the game plan was happening.
It's like that with every game, though. Every game you can nitpick officials and just say this should have been called, this should have been called, that should have been called.
I do there were some pretty substantial calls that I don't think they changed the outcome of the game, but I do think it's a closer game if those go the other way. I think it's just more competitive.
It's not like the Maulers' offense was doing anything.
That's also true. Like the Maulers' offense was showing.
You know what I mean? It's not like if it was like a 7-point game and the Maulers' offense was moving the ball at will, yeah, but
it was. Hey, it was a tight game. It was a tight game when those calls happened.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that 4th down call?
Which one was that?
The one to go for it in the 4th quarter when they were only down 9 on their own.
That's another awful coaching move. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And he did that because he was pissed. That was a pure emotional. I'm pissed off at the world. We're going for it.
That was lay everything down, double up when you still have plenty of hands left to play.
That's like you drunk at the Bellagio, going down, going all in on Red 21.
That was not the Bellagio. That was at the Circa.
Okay, well, you you give me a Bellagio vibe.
What? I don't know whether to be insulted or complimented by that.
You should be complimented, dude.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
The championship game, it was fine. It was fun. It was a good time. I will shout out the Stallions every opportunity that I get. So you know how teams like to celebrate with champagne when they win the league? 40s, baby, getting the high life out there. I love seeing that.
40.
Love seeing that.
40s.
Love seeing the vibes. I love the team, the camaraderie that the Stallions seem to have. I think this is a perfect spot for Skip Holtz. I think the USFL is like the perfect spot for him. I saw a bunch of people online after the game saying like, this guy's going to get like NFL coaching offers and college football coaching offers. And I'm like, I don't know. I think this is the perfect spot for him. I think he's in a great spot.
I could see him going back to college.
Who do you think would hire him?
Tulsa?
Maybe. I said FIU.
He wouldn't go to FIU.
You don't think they pay more?
No.
I think they pay more than what the USFL's paying him.
How much does FIU?
I bet they would.
So McIntyre makes $750K a year.
Never mind. His fucking USFL salary is like 1.6 mil. So never mind to that. That actually, yeah, he stayed in the USFL. I can't see a job offering him over that price. Could you see a college job offering him over 1.6 mil?
Syracuse, maybe, if they get rid of
Do you think Syracuse would go after Skip Holtz? I don't think they'd go after him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like, obviously, a Power 5 job could offer them.
The one I could see is Tulsa.
How much money is Tulsa playing with? I'm saying, like, they could go for him, but I don't know if they're going to match that salary.
Yeah.
Base salary of $850,000 in the USFL. How much are the other coaches in the USFL making?
I don't know. That is a lot of cheddar, dude.
Is that public knowledge? Average USFL head coach salary is $84,927.
All right, here you go. USFL coaching salaries. All right, here we go.
I'm looking it up right now.
Here we go. All right, so
Mike Riley's apparently getting around $2 million. These coaching salaries for the USFL are nuts. Yeah, these guys are making good money.
I mean, yeah. Well, they got Fox behind them, so.
Now I want to look up how much the fucking XFL head coaches make. $500,000. Not bad.
Oh my God, they had a championship parade?
Yeah, they did. They did that today or Monday. I think they did that Monday or Sunday. Yeah, they paraded it up. It looked pretty cool. I also saw people online trying to do an NIL thing to get the businesses of Birmingham to try and keep Alex Mago.
Did you see this handshake with Horton? He goes, "I'm still coming to you," and smacks Skip Holtz. Holtz goes, "Huh?" He goes, "I'm still coming for you." What?
Oh. So let's broaden our lens back to the season as a whole. For USFL year 2, Eric, what are your major takeaways?
Product was better.
I think every team improved except for two. I think majority of the teams improved. I think the only ones that didn't were the Stars and the Generals.
Generals did take a step back. Stars,
Stars, I
They
think it was just the Stars offensive line that took a step back.
they kind of caught lightning in a bottle,
I really just think their offensive line regression was the only thing that really hampered them. Other than that, they looked really good.
Yep.
Every other team improved. I think the Stallions team is better than last year. I think every team was better than their last year counterpart, except for the Stars and Generals.
Yep. I agree with that.
I like the product on the field. It was excellent. I like the hub system. I'm okay with it.
I love the hub system. I think they did. Look, I like to say negative shit, but it's hard to say anything negative about the way the USFL is doing stuff.
So, like Moose Johnson in an interview during the championship weekend was just like, we're committed to the hub model. Was it crawl, walk, run is the motto going forward. So they're very, very determined and slow, but it seems to be working, and I'm rooting for it. They're keeping the hub model for next year, Eric. What do we think?
I like it. I think Why rush? Why rush?
If you don't need to, they're still getting good money. The viewership was down a little bit from last year, but that's to be expected. You expect to see a year two little bit of a dip.
And are you looking at? I'm looking at the championship numbers. I mean, year one, 1.5, year two, 1.1.
It was a dip.
Yeah.
It was a dip, but you still crossed the mil mark.
That's true.
And I assume we don't get the actual money, like what money they make or don't make during like the season, but I assume the fact that the NBC and Fox both put them more games on like the prime NBC and Fox this year, I got to assume that it's positive.
So they got 50K on Peacock. So that puts it at 1.6.
I don't care who's watching them. No one, fuck Peacock, dude. And I watched on Peacock.
USFL post-game playoffs championships, 2.966 million. XFL 2.58.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to it. So my other takeaways for the USFL season as a whole, I think that every coach can stay for next year. I don't see a single coach getting fired. And I don't know if I see a coach leaving for another job.
I think Haley would leave in a heartbeat.
Haley would, but who's hiring Todd Haley?
Nobody.
Exactly. I think he's staying. Which, to the detriment of everyone who wants to root for the Memphis Showboats, he's sticking around. But I think continuity is a big thing for these leagues, and the USFL, at least in the coaching aspect, is going to see a lot of it next year, I believe. I think it's a different story when it comes to players. I think you might see a decent player shift, especially at the quarterback position. I think Alex Magoo's gone. I think he's on an NFL roster.
I think he's gone too.
Vince, my screen got fixed. I got a new camera. That's what happened.
Vinny.
McLeod Bethel Thompson, he's either back again or he's retiring.
What do you think he's going to do?
I think he might retire.
You think he's done?
I would not be surprised if he's just done. Case Cookus, I could see either way, honestly.
What? No, I think he stays.
I think he stays, but I would not be surprised if he tries to be on like a practice squad somewhere.
Yeah, but I think he's back in the game.
Other teams might just have like a different. I don't know. Maybe other teams they'll have like their same quarterback. No one else really like wowed me.
Yeah, I mean, if Bethel leaves, who do you think the Breakers could go after?
Who did they draft? Did they draft anyone interesting?
The Breakers.
They draft anyone? Let's see who they drafted.
You.
Let's see. Come on, who they. God, this is not the way I wanted this to. Wide receiver. Did they get a quarterback?
I don't think
They
they
did not draft a quarterback. No.
So that's an interesting development.
Yeah, I wonder who they could get in the offseason.
Probably.
See who they got on the roster already.
They'll have to make a play for somebody.
They got Davis Cheek right now.
Davis tongue in cheek.
Yes, sir. And Akil Glass from Alabama A&M.
Really?
That's their quarterback room right now.
That's awful.
It's not great. It's not great.
That's really bad.
They would need to make a play at somebody, but we're looking forward. So to give me one thing, Eric, you want to see from the USFL in 2024.
They try to incorporate betting a little bit with Bear, the guy they hired from ESPN.
Yep.
I would like to see player props offered on sportsbooks.
Basically, we could list that down for every league. Player props for these players would be amazing.
Better job knowing what's going on. Like with the Generals, that one game with the Generals, we didn't even know DeAndre Johnson was coming back. We just assumed he was out. There was nothing. They didn't do a better job of like saying, hey, this boy's back. Hey, just somewhere to find.
I think there's three things that we keep harping on for all these leagues, the XFL included and the USFL, is communication.
Mm-hmm.
The USFL they improved this year with communication, but it can still get better.
Yeah.
Deeper into gambling with like player props and more fun bets and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like pushing out the advertisements. I think now that teams are going to be settled into their spots for a full off season, like teams like the Panthers and the Stallions and the Showboats, they're going to be able to kind of incorporate in their communities a little bit more and kind of grow that natural, that homegrown feel. Because those teams are there. And if they slowly expand the hubs, if they get like one or two more hubs next year, you can kind of just like slowly grow that. I wonder if that means we'll see better crowds next year, for example, for certain games.
I mean, if they get some crowds, it'd be great.
Because
Ford was rocking some Michigan games, dude.
Yeah, Ford was awesome. Birmingham was awesome. I'm not going to be someone that says like, oh, you got to have crowds. It's all about the TV numbers, but whatever. But man, it makes a difference. Even just viewing on TV, it makes a big difference just to see a crowd there. So I think just slow improvement and getting like these actual communities kind of more involved. I wonder if they're going to just put a team in Canton and just call them the Canton whatever.
No,
they might. They actually might.
Really?
They might just move they might pull a Tampa Bay Bandits and just pivot to one of the teams to Ohio.
I hope it's not Pittsburgh.
I can't see how it would be Pittsburgh after you go through the whole trouble of changing the uniforms and everything.
But they could. I mean,
they could do Pittsburgh. The issue is none of the teams all the teams that are there that are options would be in the North, and I don't want any of the North teams to like kind of change. Like I wouldn't want it to be the Stars. I wouldn't want it to be the Generals. I wouldn't want it to be the Maulers.
Yeah, so that's true. I don't know. I hope they don't do it. I hope they just keep it as it is.
I'm fine with it. I mean, I like Canton. Like the crowd seems to be at least decent for the teams that are there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that has to go. Now, Eric, time for the CFL. Any parting words for the USFL? Any parting words for the USFL's 2023 season?
Good season. Looking forward to next season, my man.
Same here. So CFL week 4 already in the books. The season's flying by. Let's just go game by game real quick. Elks 7, Red Blacks 26. Round of applause. The Red Blacks got a home win. They did it.
And they covered the 2.5. Nice little win. My only bet
covered the 2.5.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch one play in this game. No idea what happened.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Elks might be like one of the worst teams in spring football this year. They are awful.
Springs football history.
Not history. Like they still have players on this team. I don't understand. They have dudes. They have good receivers, and they have a decent running back system.
Mhm.
I don't know what they're doing at quarterback, and this offensive line is just
Putrid.
garbage.
Yeah, just putrid.
I think they're going with Taylor Cornelius this week, though. By the way,
How do you feel about that?
he's my boy. I'm always going to root for Taylor Cornelius. He's my boy. I'm rooting for my boy. But goddamn, the Elks are terrible. The Red Blacks, I don't know. This was a good win because they blew them out, but I think. Let me see. Let's look it up, Eric. Is Jeremiah Masoli starting?
He's starting next week.
He's starting, baby.
He's starting.
Okay. Good on you, Red Blacks. Good on you. Bombers 17, Alouettes 3.
Nice little bounce back. Bombers offense didn't look as explosive. Alouettes offense, non-factor.
Yeah, they did not look great. I thought this is just kind of the thing. I guess whenever Cody Fajardo plays the Bombers, he looks like trash. It's just, it has to be.
Just some people are like that, my man.
It just has to be. Because I think, I don't know about you, but I think the Alouettes are like a decent team.
I think they're okay.
Yeah, I think they're like decent.
They're okay.
Good bounce back spot. Surprise here. BC 24, Toronto Argonauts 45. Fun fact for you in this game, Eric. Remember how much we were kind of like hyping up and talking up how well we thought Vernon Adams was playing this year?
Yep. Looked like
here's the stat line. 24 for 39.
Awful.
388 yards.
Awful.
3 touchdowns.
Okay.
So that all sounds good, right?
Yep.
6 interceptions.
Jesus Christ. How is that even possible?
Almost tied a CFL record, I believe.
How is that even fucking possible, dude?
6 INTs.
I don't understand how that's possible.
That is insane.
That's bonkers, dude.
6 interceptions. Chad Kelly looked good. 23, 29, 249, and a touchdown. Like, he looked fine.
Yeah. Well, we kind of had the spot circled. The thing that disappoints me the most is Toronto's not playing this week, so he can't fade him.
No, can't fade Toronto now. And 6 INTs, like, you're never going to win a game throwing 6 interceptions. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's kind of hard, maybe in Madden.
Maybe one of them was a pick 6, though.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's just not a shot that you're doing that. Like, I'm sorry. It's just not happening. I think BC's still a really good team. This was just a weird game.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm BC, I'm throwing this one out.
I'd throw it out too. The important thing to remember is Toronto's going to be overvalued next game, and that they're the team that we're going to be having to look to fade.
Yeah, so week 6, we're going to look Toronto, Montreal. And Montreal's probably going to be coming off a loss because they play BC this week.
Yeah. So little line value right there. Definitely be looking at that.
So let's get into this week's games real quick. We have the Elks taking on the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders are -7.5 with the total set at 44. Plus 255 on the money line for the Elks.
I mean, I'd lean the Elks here because trusting the Rough Riders to win with margin is hard in my eyes.
Yeah, it's -120 for the 7.5, so that just makes me think that it's going to come down.
Yeah. So if you can get over 7, I'd lock it in. I'll probably get in on it, but I just wouldn't.
I'm with you. I don't trust. I trust the Elks to cover. I would not trust them to win. But this is more of like a not trusting the Rough Riders.
Yep.
Stampeders, Bombers. The Blue Bombers are minus 7.5 at home, over under 46.5.
Blue Bombers have not been that impressive to start the year.
No, but Calgary hasn't either.
So with that being said, I think we're going to see some points. I'd lean the over, but I'm not going to do anything on this side.
I'd lean towards the 46 and over 46.5. I'm probably going to play the over. That's the only thing I would touch.
Yep, I agree.
Red Blacks, Tiger Cats. Guess that spread. You're probably already seeing it.
No, I haven't looked. -3, -2.
-2. Tiger Cats -2 at home, over under 44.5.
Oh, Red Blacks, give it to me.
Jeremiah Masoli revenge game.
Give it to me.
You think he gets a standing ovation? You think the crowd cheers for him?
No.
I hope not. I'm also going to be on the Red Blacks. I'm going to be on the Red Blacks straight up.
And if we can find some JM cut props, I'd do that too, but that's a big if.
I'll see if we can find those. Montreal Alouettes, BC Lions. Lions are -7 at home, over under 45.5. That line's probably going up to 7.5. What do we do here?
I think that's
a lot of points.
Maybe look to take BC first half.
Let's see what we got here first half. 4.5.
I take BC first half.
I'll take BC first half. You know what? I'll take him full game too. I'll take him full game at 7. I don't care. I don't like this one. Shit. No, I'm just gonna take him first half because I kind of think Montreal's decent, and both these teams are sort of due for a bounce back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the over though. I'm gonna take the over 45.5.
Look at Jimbo. Jimbo predicting some puntos.
Yeah, give me some puntos in this game. Give me some puntos. I can't believe we're already in week 5 of the CFL, Eric.
I know. I love it. I love it. Season's flying by. That means college football is going to be here sooner than we know it, my friend.
There's still 16 weeks to go, though.
Jesus, the season's so long.
There is the CFL is a 21-week season,
which is absurd.
That's for 9 teams. That's crazy.
Which is absurd.
Could you imagine if the XFL or USFL did 20 games?
That would be just so watered down. And I kind of feel that's part of the problem with the CFL. Look, dude, do 18 games, you play everyone twice. Boom.
That's what I'm saying too. But they have divisions too, and they not like the one team gets a bye week every week.
Yeah.
There's so many bye weeks,
which sucks.
Yeah, there's so many bye weeks just built into it. But now, Eric, we look to the Indoor Football League. This is the time where we actually take a look at these leagues. The IFL, they are currently, I think they're almost done with their season. So if we look right now, we are on week number 17 out of 18 weeks.
Okay.
So we're really wrapping it up. So we have right now, I'll run through the teams real quick with you, Eric. We have the Eastern and Western conferences. In the Eastern, we have the Frisco Fighters, the Massachusetts Pirates, the Quad City Steamwheelers, the Sioux Falls Storm, the Green Bay Blizzard, the Iowa Barnstormers, and the Tulsa Oilers. Sitting on top are your Frisco Fighters at 12-2. They're the first seed. They're locked in. They get a bye week and home field advantage. The Massachusetts Pirates are the only other team that's locked into the playoffs, but they're only locked in the playoffs. They don't have home field locked in yet. It's between them and Quad City probably for that. Iowa Barnstormers and Tulsa Oilers are both eliminated from playoff contention. Their season's basically done.
Mm-hmm.
The Western Conference, we have the Arizona Rattlers, the Bay Area Panthers, the Tucson Sugar Skulls, the Northern Arizona Wranglers, the San Diego Strike Force, the Duke City Gladiators, and the Vegas Nighthawks. The Vegas Nighthawks are the only team eliminated from playoff contention. Both Arizona Rattlers and Bay Area Panthers are in the playoffs, with the Rattlers clinching a first-round home game.
I hope Tucson makes it in.
The Sugar Skulls?
Yep.
I'm rooting for
At first, I thought you said Sugar Daddies.
They're the Sugar Skulls. I love how Arizona has 3 teams.
Dude, it's an Arizona-centric league, dude.
Arizona has 3 teams. Vegas is actually the Nighthawks. I think they share the stadium with the Knights.
Oh, really?
I think so. Let me see where the Nighthawks play.
Where's Duke City located?
Duke City Gladiators. Let's see if they say it. Current team. The Duke City Gladiators are in what fucking state is that? New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Albuquerque?
Probably
Albuquerque. California has 2 teams and Arizona has 3.
That's a little West Coast biased.
Vegas Nighthawks Stadium. Let's see where they play. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Nope, never mind. They play at the Dollar Loan Center.
I don't even know where that is, my friend.
It's a multi-purpose indoor arena in Henderson, Nevada.
Henderson's a lovely area.
It's also where the NBA G League in Vegas plays.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
I respect that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Sugar Skulls, and I'm rooting for the Sioux Falls Storm.
Okay.
I want them to make the playoffs.
I want the sugar daddies.
But we actually have futures, Eric, right now. The futures right now. Your Arizona Rattlers are your favorites. Then it's your Frisco Fighters at 3-1.
Yep.
Mass Pirates at 5-1. This is a European book, so forgive me, but these are the odds that they're giving me. The Bay Area Panthers 11-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go through every team. It's funny that they had the Vegas Nighthawks at 50-1, but they are officially eliminated, so don't take that bet.
Oh, they have a game in Moline?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they do.
Quad City DJs?
Yeah. The Quad City Steamwheelers?
Wow, look at that.
Hell yeah, sir. I will take a shot on the Frisco Fighters at 3-1. They're a real good team. I looked at the stats, Eric. They have the number 2 offense, the number 1 defense. The Arizona Wranglers have the number 1 offense, but they have like the number 8 defense.
Okay. I'm looking at their website right now, and they have a link for an expansion team.
Yeah, you can purchase a team if you want.
Jesus.
I think it's a couple $100,000 though.
Not worth it in my eyes, bud.
So here's the lineup. Here's the lines we got for this coming game. Duke City Gladiators, Tucson Sugar Skulls, Duke City. Sorry, the fucking way. Virgin Bet. This is where I found the lines. Fuck off with this, the way you're doing it. Sugar Skulls are -1.5.
The Sugar Skulls.
We're taking the Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, I'll take the Sugar Daddies.
Barnstormers, Sioux Falls Storm. The Sioux Falls Storm are -12.5. Guess what? I'm taking the favorite there because the Barnstormers are trash. They're garbage.
Okay.
Quad City Steamwheelers and the Green Bay Blizzards. The Steamwheelers are -6.5 on the road. I'm taking the Steamwheelers because also the Blizzard are trash.
Okay, I agree.
The Wranglers versus the Pirates. The Pirates are -4.5 at home. I will take the Pirates.
You take a little Pirates?
The travel from Arizona to Massachusetts as an arena league team has got to be brutal.
Oh, it's got to be awful.
So I'm gonna take the home team there.
Southwest? That's got to be a Southwest flight, no?
Hey, I like Southwest.
Oh, sorry.
I bet they fly Spirit. Then the Bay Area Panthers versus the San Diego Strike Force. Your Bay Area Panthers are -9.5. Give me the dog. This is the only dog I'm going to take is the Strike Force.
Dog's going to be biting, Jimbo?
Dude, San Diego Strike Force is a great name.
That is a pretty solid name.
It's a good name.
Dog's
biting for that one.
That is a pretty good name.
Any thoughts, Eric, on the Indoor Football League?
No, probably won't be watching anything from it, but best of luck.
I might stream a game or two if you want to hop on.
I think I'll be washing my hair.
That's fair. My thoughts is go Frisco Fighters. I'm going to throw a future down on you.
Oh, Jimbo.
Ending with the European League of Football. The biggest of all these leagues. There's 3 different conferences for the ELF, Eric.
Which is insane.
Let me go through these team names and see if we can find one that you like. In the Eastern Conference, we have on the top the Vienna Vikings, the Panthers Reclaw, the Berlin Thunder, the Leipzig Kings, the Prague Lions, and the Färjestad Enthroners.
I like the last one.
The Enthroners, they're 0-5.
Oh, the best name, though.
The Western Conference, we have the Rain Fire,
Okay.
Frankfurt Galaxy, the Paris Musketeers, the Hamburg Sea Devils, and the Cologne Centurions.
Okay.
I love Rain Fire.
I like that one too, my friend.
They're 5-0.
Oh, look at that, dude.
In the Central Conference, we have the Stuttgart Surge, the Raiders Trio, the Munich Ravens, the Barcelona Dragons, the Milano Seamen, and the Helvetic Guards.
Seaman?
The Seamen.
Seaman?
Yep.
I like that name.
I'm going to go with the Milano Seamen. They're 1-3.
I like that name.
So I have a couple matchups ahead of us. I have odds that I made up in my head off the top of my head with zero research.
Okay.
So this week, Eric, we have Prague versus Leipzig. I have Leipzig at -4.5.
I'll take Prague.
You're going to take Prague plus 4.5.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to see. Eric is Prague plus 4.5. We have Frankfurt at Milano. The line is Frankfurt on the road -5.5.
I'll take the home dog.
Okay. Eric is Milano minus. You are. Yeah, Milano plus 5.5. Barcelona at Helvetic. Barcelona's a 3.5-point road favorite.
I'll take the home dog.
Okay. H plus 3.5. The Färjestad at Berlin. I got Berlin at home -4.5.
I'll take the dog.
The dogs are barking, huh, Eric?
Dogs are barking, man.
The Panthers Reclaw at the Hamburg Sea Devils. I have the Panthers as a 3.5-point road favorite.
I'll take the home dog. I like home dogs, Jimbo.
Home dogs bark harder. Munich at Rain Fire. Rain Fire is -7.5 at home.
A lot of points, but I'll take it.
Okay. Paris at Stuttgart. Stuttgart's -6 at home.
I'll take Paris.
Eric will be taking Paris plus the 6. And Vienna at the Raiders. Vienna is a 2.5-point road favorite.
I'll take the home dog.
Raiders plus 2.5. There we go. That's the show. We will update you guys next week with the odds. I will be watching maybe one ILF game this weekend. I don't know yet. Maybe. I will be watching 0 European League of Football because it's $100 for the package. And I already committed, Eric. I already spent money on a football package internationally. I spent money on the X League package.
Okay.
That was $50.
Okay. That's some coin.
It was $50, and I already feel like I overpaid. So I'm not spending money on the European League of Football.
It's $50. You already feel like you overpaid. Jesus.
Well, there's just not that many games in Japanese football. I mean, I love being able to see them, and I'm going to stream them, but $50 is still $50.
Yeah, $50. I gotcha.
That'll do it for the Spring Fever, everybody. Eric, where can the people find you?
At ETOF21 Sports, you and I and Chase have our college football preview of the Mountain West Conference coming out tomorrow. And my podcast comes out this Saturday, and the friend of the program, Gino and I, our DRF sports betting show starts this Friday.
Hell yeah. You guys know where to find me at XFL Gym everywhere. USFL Gym's season recap coming out soon. And of course, you find me on this guy, like you said, college football tailgate. Me and Chase, gymnasium every single Monday evening. Love you guys, and we will see you next week for some more Spring Fever. Bye.